Hi everyone, welcome to the Total Space Network live stream here this evening. We've got ST34 OneWeb launch from Ariane and Roscosmos, putting OneWeb satellites on orbit, and Astro Rody, the studio's just crushed you, my dude. Let's get you off
No.
screen for a
Oh,
couple of
we've got
seconds.
some we've got a little bit of stream puke going on there. uh,
We'll just
hey
wait for the...
everybody, I'm Astro Roadie joining you today to sit and chat about this live stream. So, feel free to send us your questions in the chat and we'll do our best to answer them, and let's listen to a rocket roar and watch some plumes expand out around a rocket and cheer OneWeb and Soyuz and Roscosmos and Arianespace and all of the above on in another hopefully successful launch.
We always like successful launches here at Total Space. They go better than the flops.
That's true. They are a little bit better than the flops. uh,
I am just going to take our logo off screen just because it's covering one of those nice camera angles. So, whoopah. That's no longer obstructing your view. If you do find that our lovely host this evening is in the way, feel free to let us know in the chat and we will wheel him around. We'll do the
yeah,
old
I
host
I
hustle.
am mobile. We can move me around.
So if you're just joining us this evening, folks, we've got ST34 OneWeb launch out of the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. This is a OneWeb satellite for Arianespace. He's taking its ride to space today.
And we are about 29, a little over 29 minutes till launch.
So we can light this candle.
Yeah.
So, as always, guys, we aren't going to have the official stream audio on Total Space until go time. Usually, we find that when we do it with the audio, we get copyright strikes, and that means we can, there's certain ramifications from YouTube for too many of those strikes. We want to keep you guys educated and informed. So, if you do want the audio, I would suggest heading over there afterwards, of course, not now, or opening it up on a second stream.
Yeah. And it also, we're hoping you'd rather listen to us talk. The people from Arianespace and Roscosmos are lovely, intelligent people that do their best to inform us of what's going on. But we're providing you with a little bit more of an interactive experience, because you can ask us your questions in the chat and we can do our best to answer them, or maybe make something up if it's a little over our heads. I'm just kidding. We don't really do that. Um, but you know, it's just a little bit more interesting, we think, to do the commentary and things ourselves. Plus, we do our best to be quiet when the rocket is making its wonderful noise at liftoff, and hopefully our feeds will do that as well. So we're looking forward to it. Hello, Moto X. Thanks for joining us. I was just checking to see if we had audio pushing out.
Is your audio pushing out? My audio wasn't.
There we
So,
go.
so
All right.
great to see you back in the chat moto. A returning face is always so humbling. I feel like I get to know everybody on a personal level, and it's absolutely great to see a familiar name in the chat.
So, oh yeah, thanks, Miko. Yeah, this is a new addition. We got the hat as well. I'd like to apologize to those watching either later or sitting with us now for the audio hiccups. None of us was paying enough attention that this launch was happening today, so we kind of threw it together last minute, and are bringing it to you. And when we don't have time to prepare, we don't have time to test, and sometimes we forget to push one or two of the buttons that we need to push in order to be seen and heard. So, thank you for being patient with us, and now that you can hear us, we'll just kind of go through things again that we were talking about before when we couldn't be heard. We've got Soyuz ST34 OneWeb, and it's launching from Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, and we're looking forward to seeing some rocket plumes and listening to some engines roar. And we are about 25 minutes to T minus 0. So I'm Astro Rody, and also with us in the stream here
Hi, I'm another
is.
Space Nut, and thanks for joining us this evening, guys. As always, we're bringing you a live launch. We do try and get as many of these done as we can. As Astro Rody just mentioned, we did sort of like plan this last minute. I think we were just off the back of a meet and greet with a future guest when he suggested the idea of going live, and we figured, why not? Let's go live for these guys. See who's about, see who wants to come and enjoy a bit of launching goodness with us.
Yes, launchy goodness, and rockets roaring, and all sorts of fun things happening. Hopefully, we have a successful launch and stage separations and deploys and main engine cutoffs and second engine starts and all those wonderful things that we get to go through in a rocket launch. And I don't know, I always get so excited I forget how to talk when these things are going on. So feel free to make fun of me in the chat, because we're here to have fun as well as provide some commentary and some education, talk about what we know about the payload. We didn't have any time to sit and look this up, but we know that OneWeb is an internet constellation that's been being put up. We've got quite a few satellites already up there, and they're launching. Was it 34? I believe going up on this launch as well. So it's a good chunk more. They're a little bit bigger and heavier than Starlink satellites. Can't fit quite as many on a launch, but still very exciting nonetheless. And the more options for internet everybody has, the cheaper it is for everybody. Competition's a good thing. So, and
to be in
the more
already, everybody needs to get there.
yeah, the more stuff we have in space, the sooner we'll be going to Mars. Hopefully we get some of the debris problems cleaned up before we're getting too serious about going to Mars. But I know I, for one, am excited to see those first boots get put down on Mars, and hopefully mine are not far behind that. But we got our fingers crossed. Who knows how realistic that is? But I can dream, and you can't stop me.
I was born to die on Mars. You can't change destiny. I know it's gonna happen, so I'm an excited man.
I've got the invisible ginger ale can here. Such magic.
There's less calories in those ones, isn't there?
Yeah. It's oh, look, you can see right through me. It makes me invisible. You can see the
It's an X-ray can.
We have superpowers here at Total Space. Looks like our second feed from Arion Space is going to be about another 7.5 minutes. So they'll be roughly 15 minutes before liftoff.
And of course, we are
And we
answering questions from the chat here on YouTube today, guys. We do plan on future streams being on multiple platforms, but you guys over here on YouTube get the best of it today. If you're watching this after the fact, if you aren't subscribed already on whichever respective platform you're watching, feel free to do so. It helps out the team a lot.
Yeah, we are currently available on YouTube and also over on Odyssey. If you really like one of those platforms, or if you like another platform and you think we should be putting our content there, throw us a comment and let us know, because we'd be happy to see what we can do to get posted on more platforms. Not everybody likes every other platform, and we want to reach as many of you as we can. And if you like what we're doing here at Total Space and want to support us, we do have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/Total Space. We also have our own website where you can view our content, and we have a few projects in the works that will only be available on the website, free of charge. Like we have some people working on some articles to be posted up there and whatnot, and that is totalspace.net. If you do decide to be one of our patrons, you get a few wonderful perks, such as access to our Discord, access to early versions of our manicured videos, and you get to sit and hang out with us while we're working. And when we are
live interviews and live recordings in real time with the team as well.
Yes. So when we do an interview, if you have a question you want to throw at the guest that we're interviewing, you'll be sitting right there in chat to feed us a question that we can ask for you, and you can be a participant in the content that we create. So we try to be as interactive as possibly as we can with what we've got going on.
Hey,
Man, I really can't talk.
Chat.
Yeah, I see that. Welcome, Stinger. How are you? Glad you could join us.
Familiar faces. The usual suspects are appearing. We got Miko and we got Stinger. We got Moto,
Yeah.
who's fast becoming a usual suspect.
Yeah. Yeah, he joined us on the last stream we did, didn't he?
He did.
Oh.
And we got 5 Max. Welcome to the chat.
Hey, Max. Welcome. Glad you could join us. We are sitting about 18 minutes to lift off. And in about 4 minutes, we might actually start getting some more views of the rocket and whatnot, depending on what other cameras Arion Space wants to feed us instead of Roscosmos. So we might actually get to see.
Arion Space might have the Roscosmos feed up, but we'll
yeah. It's hard to predict that one.
Either way, we'll bring as many perspectives on it as we can for you guys. Hey, it's Johnny Spacer.
Yes, Johnny Spacer. We are in English.
We are in English currently. We have the Roscosmos feed, which is in Russian, but we will be switching to Arion Space also in around about 3 minutes. Can't hear ASN well.
Is it crackly or just quiet? Stinger.
Check. It all looks good on my levels. I'm not really too sure what's going on. We should be switching over to the Arian Space feed shortly as well, Johnny. Hopefully that'll be in English. We generally tend to give commentary of our own more than the commentary on the feed due to copyright issues that we usually encounter when putting the live feeds on. But we are going to put the feed audio on for go time. You should hear all the countdown sequence for the final few minutes. Yeah, ultimately my microphone audio, even if I scream, is always going to be lower than Joey's. I think I'm going to let you take over, Joey, and just kill my audio.
If I turn mine down, can you turn the whole thing up, or is that just
Mine's up
too
as high as it's
complicated?
going. I think the best thing I
Okay.
can do is just drop off. You can assist our YouTube chat, and you and I can talk, but my audio wouldn't be on the feed.
Okay. That works. So, all right. So I'm monitoring chat, and Aaron's another Space Nut's gonna be helping me and speaking in my ear. We're gonna go ahead and pull him out of the feed, and you guys get to listen to my lovely bearded face. And so we're gonna do what we can to bring you a little bit of information. If you have questions and comments and things, go ahead and throw them at us. Or if you want to make a joke or something, let's have everybody put in what their favorite currently flying rocket is in chat. Let's see what some of people's favorite rockets are. And Arion should be live any second. Yeah, we got Miko talking about a little adventure he's on. That should be quite fun. We're looking forward to some little tidbits and surprises that might come out of the adventure he's on. It, if you want to know what those surprises are, you're going to have to be subscribed to the channel and see what new videos come out from us. We've got some wonderful things coming down the pipeline. In fact, we have a big premiere coming up on Saturday, the latest Becoming Multiplanetary. And myself and Rich LB talk to Martian colonists about some exoplanets and hot Jupiters and James Webb Telescope and a bunch of other things. So that should be very fun and exciting for all of us. So if you're around on Saturday, we are doing a premiere of that one. So it should be kind of fun. We also have plenty of interviews coming down the pipelines right now, some of which will be recorded soon, and some are still in negotiations for setting time and determining when we'll be doing those things. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipe. Oh yeah, yeah. We spoke to a future guest earlier today, just before we went live, and there's going to be some interesting content coming out of that. So, I don't want to give too much away, but this person has a lot of experience with some advanced airplanes and some maybe like things that might have gone to, say, other planets in the solar system, and probably has some good fun stories to tell us. So looking forward to recording that shortly, and then of course getting it out to you as quickly as we can. Antonym. I love that name. Welcome. That is a good screen name there. Yeah. We got really lucky with that other feed, didn't we? There's not a whole lot on that other one. No. We are about 11 minutes to liftoff. So we'll have some fun experiences at that point. Nobody wants to tell me what their favorite rocket is, huh? Y'all, uh, ah, oh, Johnny said Starship my fave. Well, Starship is definitely going to be awesome. Um, we got a lot of really fun rockets coming down the line. A lot of new prototypes being tested. In fact, we have Astra launching their new rocket later this month. We have Firefly launching early at the beginning of next month. What else is there? There's a couple others. We should have a few other tests in the next month or so. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we have SLS doing its first test flight later this year. So we're definitely gonna see some fun test flights. I always enjoy going back and watching some old launches as well. Saturn V was always fun to watch some of those older videos of Saturn liftoffs, and the shuttle liftoffs were pretty good as well. And of course, there's some really good footage of historic Soviet launches as well. There's some footage of some of the N1 tests that's kind of fun and interesting. Yeah, there's so many interesting, fun launches to watch. Anton likes the Falcon Heavy. That's definitely fun, especially if it's not being expended at all, because you get to see two boosters come back in and land. And like that first test flight where they landed basically right next to each other, that was so amazing. It's just so amazing. Dream Chaser, yeah, we could be seeing Dream Chaser pretty soon. Don't know what's going to happen with Dynetics Alpaca. I think that is a beautiful design. They do have some kinks to work out before they're going to be able to progress much further with towards getting funding from NASA to build it. But they may have some private investors or internal funding, and hopefully they're continuing to do some development on it, because I think it's just a fun design. It's all short and squat and spread out.
Yesterday, look, I'll grab you it.
What else have we got going on here? Dream Chaser has been a long time in the development. They started developing that the same time that Starliner and Crew Dragon went into development. It was Dream Chaser was part of the initial award from NASA to get funding.
X Prize.
Was it X Prize? Yeah.
X Prize, they were in the same rounds as Virgin were.
Oh yeah, X Prize and Virgin was also. So, what else we got going on?
We certainly tell Stinger we can if we can get a link for it. If they stream it, we can stream it. Not a problem. Sammy, tell him.
Repeat that, Aaron.
I said, tell Stinger that if they stream it, we'll stream it.
We will hopefully be doing Firefly. We do not yet know what their copyright laws are going to be on their feed. But I believe we have an email out to them to clarify their copyright stance. And same with Astra. They don't have a public posting of what their stance is on us restreaming it. But certainly, if we are allowed to restream it, and there is a stream, we will definitely be bringing it to all of you.
Did we already speak with Astroscale? Because Anton's asking it, talking about Astroscale in the chat. We already spoke with him, didn't we? Or are we speaking with him soon?
We do have an interview with Astroscale that you can check out in our video. We actually have a lot of interviews in our backlog.
We've spoken with Astroscale and Rocket Lab and NASA and
Astroscale, Rocket Lab, NASA, ESA.
Tons of private companies like Dawn
Aerospace, Skyrora. Man, there's so many. Like, I almost need to have a list sitting in front of me to go over all the people we talk to about all the different things. Rogue Space, they're kind of a newer one that's a little bit less known. That was a fun little interview.
Rogue Space invited us for barbecue and beers at their office.
Yeah. Rogue Space actually invited us to barbecue when the world is a little bit less less the way it is right now. Yeah, I like the name Firefly as well, Anton. It's kind of an interesting name. I like the logo, the way they did the design on the rocket. Very fun.
Good question, Johnny. You can find out in the interview. Tell Johnny that he can find out by watching that interview.
Yeah, Johnny, if you watch our interview, I think we have. Do we have 2 interviews with Astroscale? I think. I know we have at least one with Astroscale, and they talk a little bit about some of what they have planned. And so if you go and watch that, you'll be able to get a good answer to your question there. And we are 3 minutes to liftoff. This is actually working out okay with 2 different feeds because we're seeing inside of the integration building, and then we're seeing stuff. We're seeing different things on both feeds, so that's great. Makes it a little bit more, gives us a little bit more eye candy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop talking for a little bit. 2 minutes out. Let's go ahead and listen in on one of the feeds, and we will listen to a rocket take off. Okay, looks like for whatever reason we are having
And of course, it now is fully autonomous. So very shortly, we'll see the infrastructure fall away and we'll start, and there it is, the infrastructure has now come away. So they're going to be working through those different thrust levels. You can see the smoke billowing around it. It looks incredibly atmospherical. Remember, it's currently 3 a.m. over where they're launching it. So they've been working throughout the night to get to this point. So going to be working up through those different thrust levels, starting to ignite the engines, and very shortly we'll see those engines fire up. And you can hear them on the background speaking through the countdown as it starts to prepare more and more. We've got lovely clear conditions this evening, or this morning for where they are, wherever you're watching in the world. And we'll be there very, very shortly. This is really the moment that I get the most excited about, because it's incredibly exciting as you see it sitting there, getting ready for the big final moment. And remember, they've done a full dress rehearsal of this 2 days ago. So they'd have gone through all the checks and systems, making sure that everything is in place. And now it's the moment where we can actually see the liftoff. So this is launch number 9. And it's going to take another load of satellites up into the air. And we'll have liftoff any moment now. I haven't got anything to report as we sit patiently waiting to see launch 9 take off.
It's on hold.
Still waiting. We can still see that there's definitely smoke billowing around. Okay, I have actually just got information that we have report of a sequence interruption. So currently it is not going to take off right this second in time. We don't know if this means that it actually won't be taking off at all tonight, but what we do know is that those automatic checks that it's going through, something has been raised, something has stopped it from doing its normal sequence. So we'll just have to sit tight. I've got an ear to Ariane Spass. I can hear what's going on and getting reports as and when they come in. I mean, this is the part of doing a live launch, isn't it? We don't quite know what will happen. And this is also what makes it incredibly exciting. So we're waiting on an update on our launch sequence interruption. So that's what I've been given. That's the information that I've been given, that there has been an interruption with the launch sequence. So for now, we just sit tight. And I'm sure there's many people working behind the scenes now, working out what that interruption is. Because let me remind you that this sequence is all autonomous. So if there's anything that doesn't quite work, then obviously the software or the computers stop the launch sequence. So that's currently where we're at the moment. The smoke is still billowing though, so there is definitely something still happening. Okay, so again, we haven't got a lot of information here. All I've been told is in that last final minute before launch, there was a sequence interruption, a launch sequence interruption. So that's all the information that we've currently been given. Obviously, we would love to see this take place tonight, but equally, you know, we don't want any damage done to the rocket or the satellite. So, of course, if the engineers, if the technicians don't feel like it's safe and doesn't feel like it will be going through the correct procedure, then we'll put the brakes on it for tonight. And, you know, there will be launch 9 will still happen. It just may not be at this current time. So for now, we just have to wait, see if there's any updates. Okay, so I have just had confirmation that launch 9 has unfortunately been aborted for tonight. And on that note, and I'm sorry this is so abrupt because we were just ready to see it, but that actually does mean that we conclude this live broadcast. However, you can follow OneWeb and Arianespace's social media channels because we're posting all the latest updates there. And of course, we will be back again with Launch 9 and we'll be giving you all the updates once we work out exactly what that problem is and get to it. Thank you so much if you've tuned in for us tonight. We really, really appreciate it and we look forward to coming back with Launch 9 soon.
All right. Is my mic back on? All right. Well, it looks like we have a scrub. So thank you so much for everybody joining us. And we will wind things down here. We'll give everybody a few minutes to finish any conversations they've got going on in chat. And we are going to close things out. I'm Astro Rody, has one of the hosts here at TSN. Another Space Nuts having some microphone difficulties, so he's gonna keep his microphone off at the moment. He sends his regards to all of you and would like to thank you as well for joining us. And if this was entertaining to you and you want to be of support to us, go check out our website, totalspace.net. You'll find links to ways to support us, or at least, you know, there's always that like button and those that subscribe button, and you are welcome to hit those. It's totally free and totally up to you if you want to do that. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And hopefully, when we come back to do this again, because I'm pretty sure we will, when they figure out whatever was wrong and get it solved and try this launch again, maybe we'll be a little bit more prepared and we'll have working microphones and maybe even some more faces for you to look at. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And I'm going to sign off.